So when you need to change your colors and you don't want to just pull all your threads out, you can tie on. Let me show you how we're going to do this. I'm actually going to clip these threads and tie on the same exact ones, so you'll actually see how this is going to work. But before you go clipping, make sure you clip and leave yourself a little tail. So clip closer to the spool that you are doing. All right. So there we go. So we've got them all clipped. Now, knots are going to go through the loopers, but not the needles. Sometimes they'll go through the needles, but they take more finessing than just clipping the knots and threading them through. But we'll get them to go through everything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our threads. I've got both the clipped end and the new end. Lay them together so both ends are right here. Just like a nice little overhand knot, we'll make sure that these threads don't come apart. So I'm going to just tie on everybody. Here's my needle threads. So once I get everything tied on, then we're going to show you what you're going to pull to make this really easy. All right, here's my upper looper, green one. So these knots are going right on through. So you don't have to thread the upper looper. You don't have to thread the lower looper. I'm just putting the ends together. Overhand knot, kind of like the same knot you tie a balloon with. No granny knots, no square knots, just this simple knot will work beautifully. All right. So I got all my knots. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to lift up the presser foot and I'm going to get a hold of the little chain down here. And you can actually, I'm going to bring up the needles. Now, your looper, your tensions, if you want to make this really easy, take them all to 0. That means it's really easy to pull through. Pull through so you have the chain and now you have these individual threads and clip right below the chain. When you look at how many threads you have, you've got 6. Well, how in the world do we get 6? Well, 2 of them are a fake. Pull that out. You got 1 extra thread that's doubled up in here. Pull him out. I now see 4 individual threads that I can pull. And I'm going to pull them all the way through until I have my loopers and my needles. Oh, sometimes the knots will get caught up in this first little guy, so just help them through. I'm going to just tug. They have actually already been clipped, so now I'm going to just go ahead and do the needles. I'm going to need tweezers. Always need tweezers. Needle threader, if you want to purchase one of those handheld needle threaders that just push them through. I love those. I just don't have one right here, so I'll just use my eyes that are still working well, and tweezers to pull that out the back side. So now you have 4 individual threads. All you need to do is put your fabric right up to the edge. If you want to hold these and go ahead and stitch, everybody is now back together. We'll just do a quick little look and make sure the tensions are balanced. Sure looks okay. Oh, nope, it doesn't. Top always looks okay. Back, it doesn't. Everything's all loopy back here. It's because I left my tensions at 4, or at 0. And turn them all back to 4. Now we'll have the results we want. But did you notice the serger will serge even if you have 0 tension? If everything is threaded right, it will hook it together. It just won't like hold together. All right, that is what we're looking for. So we have just changed threads and it has taken, let me look, even with all the talking, less than 4 minutes. So it's really easy to change threads.